50 Cent was... Yo, MTV Cribs was fake? I thought that shit was real. You're lying.
Ferraris, they were rented. Robbie Williams' castle home, it belonged to someone else.
You're lying.
MTV Cribs wasn't exactly legit.
And we said that that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, it's all lies.
You're
And
lying.
nothing shows this better than the episode with Ja Rule.
Ja
He flexed his
Rule.
5-bedroom mansion on Star Island in Miami, where he talked about living beside other famous celebrities.
Okay.
The house was so familiar that Ja Rule named each area, calling his courtyard the Open Paradise, which was
Paradise.
patrolled by his guard dog Cookie. It was shown in the intro that the property was a rental, but this was assumed to be on a long-term basis, given he knew almost everything about the
It'd be
mansion.
blurry as fuck.
However, as it turns out, Ja Rule's house on Cribs was actually a 4-day rental, which was exposed in the most embarrassing way. By
So everything was fake? So MTV Cribs was... Everything was fake? So everybody was on MTV Cribs didn't have anything?
a lawsuit,
You're lying.
Ja Rule paid $46.
I remember seeing that shit when I was young. I'm like, oh my god, they so rich. Oh my god. I was like, damn, I don't got shit. But these niggas were faking it.
For the 4-day lease.
They were faking
Promising the
it.
mansion's owner it'd be used as a private home for 8 adults with no video
No
shoots
video
and no
loud
parties.
parties.
Well, Ja Rule broke all 3 conditions, shooting his MTV episode whilst having a party with over 600 people.
Oh.
In the process, holes were punched in the walls,
Who punched your walls in the B&B? Yo, that's why I never put a B&B on my name. I swear to God, if I get a B&B, I'd rather give the money up to people to get the B&B than that shit on my name. Cause every single time you get a rental spot, something happens. I don't know how people start punching walls, but something always breaks. Word of bro.
furniture and doors were damaged, the driveway somehow cracked, while condoms and
So people, is he paying for the? Who cares about the driveway? What the fuck?
walls,
The
furniture
driveway?
and doors were damaged, the driveway somehow cracked, while condoms and syringes were left throughout the house. As
They're
a result,
fiends.
Ja Rule and MTV were sued for $1 million, but at least it looks like a house that
That's
Ja Rule
bad.
would live in, as the Yin-Yang Twins crib was
Yin-Yang.
laughably out
I
of
don't remember these
character.
niggas.
The Atlanta gangster rapping duo opened the door revealing the
don't
most
remember this
suburban
episode.
house, filled with fish tanks.
Oh no, I
sailing
remember
boats,
this
and
episode.
opened
I remember
door
the fish
revealing
tank.
the most
I think it was on a
suburban
replay. It was like I didn't watch it on the premiere. I watched it on the replay.
house filled with fish tanks.
I seen this shit. I was like, why do niggas own a fish tank? Since when do niggas own fish tanks? Are you serious? When do hood rappers have this? Like,
Sailing boats and sea-related art.
that was crazy.
We waving like the city. We decorated this ourselves now.
That mansion was
Yeah,
definitely decorated
yeah,
by
but-
some old white people,
yeah,
not
but-
the Yin-Yang Twins.
This is clearly just a random old white guy's house that likes
God.
to fish and likes boats.
They'd even argue over where they bought appliances and had to improvise names for each of the fish.
Yo, they're
You can tell the
trolling.
Yin-Yang Twins have never been in that house.
And you know what's crazy? They never, like, some people were getting fooled back then, bro. It's like
Seemed
crazy.
they at least owned the vehicles at the end, as the cars displayed by Bow Wow were rented for the show. He was just 18 years old during his first Cribs appearance.
Yo, this nigga had motion. You're lying. That was rented. Nigga, you're lying.
But despite having starred in some high
That's what I'm saying. Everybody believed it.
it seemed unrealistic that he could afford a 6-bedroom mansion and a fleet of
Unbelievable.
luxury cars. With his name airbrushed above his bed, it seemed as though Bow Wow at least owned the house, although the luxury vehicles were a little more suspicious. So
my question is, so Bow Wow didn't own any of the vehicles. Yo, everybody had a Hummer. I remember this.
suspicious.
The Hummer arc.
Because 2 years later, he'd go on the show again, during which a viewer made an observation.
Okay.
We had MTV Cribs running in the background, and watched 21-year-old Bow Wow show off his bachelor pad in Miami, along with his pimped out
Hey,
Bentley,
Emmy Munch.
Lamborghini, and Cadillac Escalade. But then we noticed the word Prestige at the bottom of all 3 cars, and decided to Google Prestige Rental Cars
Oh my
Miami,
God. Oh
and
my
what do you
God.
know, there it was.
Oh my God.
Prestige was the name of the company
Oh
that
my god. Let me take a picture of this when I want to flex. Thank you. I'm saving that shit for sure.
Bow Wow rented
Thank
the
you.
cars from, which was likely encouraged by the show.
Oh my
as Birdman
god, it's all over the license plate.
also used the service during his appearance.
What the fuck is that?
Regardless, people clowned on Bow Wow, stating, "Ha ha ha, I wonder if he rented the condo too," which by looking at his life was also highly likely. For example, he'd post his Ferrari to his Instagram, writing, "Take the drop top to the night spot. Keep the California in California. We went hard tonight, Grammy weekend," which was then reposted by a car rental company who accidentally exposed our good friend Bow Wow pulling up to the Grammys with our Ferrari California.
Oh my god, is it? Yeah, so the whole industry is fake. Everybody fakes it. I swear to God, I'm about to get moissanite. I'm not getting a moissanite chain. Hell no. But you know, I'm gonna get fake cars now. Is what it is.
1 year later, it was exposed for flexing a rented Hollywood mansion, but the worst example was
Are you serious?
in 2017 when he'd post this to his Instagram.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Do y'all remember when fucking Bow Wow posted this? This shit was bad. This shit was bad. Yo. And then, yo, you know what's crazy? I remember that he posted this or something like this. I don't remember. And then he was spotted on an airlines flight. And then everybody's like, yo, what Bow Wow doing here? What Bow Wow doing here? What Bow Wow doing? Oh my god. He was getting cooked. Oh my god. I remember
He showed
this.
the private jet he was taking to his concert, yet the very same day this Snapchat went viral.
Yup, I remember
so
this.
Guy Lil Bow Wow is on my flight to NY, but on Instagram he posted a picture
crazy.
of a private jet caption traveling to NY today, shaking my head.
This shit was all over back then. Oh my god, this was everywhere. It was like Bow Wow faking it. Bow Wow faking it. Oh nah. Nah, this was crazy.
Turns out Bow Wow's picture of his private
Crazy.
jet had been taken from a limo company's website, prompting people to dig even deeper, discovering he'd done this on more than one occasion. It seemed
He did it more than once. I thought he did it like once and got caught. Nigga, this nigga did it.
his MTV
Look at the
Cribs
difference.
episode led to years and years of faking luxury, but as mentioned in Bow Wow's expose, 50 Cent had done a similar thing. 50 Cent's episode was the definition of excess. He showed his 19-bedroom, 35-bathroom mansion, which included a squash court, movie theater, recording studio, and its very own nightclub. Equally impressive was his car collection, which included 4 different rare collectible Ferraris, leading him to state,
I know
I thought this was real.
you ain't see these before when you was watching Cribs because everybody ain't got these.
Anybody
yet it
got
seems
these?
50 Cent didn't have them either. Each Ferrari had little numbers on their windshields, leading to a forum post reading, "If you notice the small white numbers in the top left-hand
I don't believe it. He 50 didn't fake it. 50 rich as fuck.
corner of the
50 put me in power. I swear to God. I don't
windshields
believe him.
on
I
the
don't believe him.
F50 and Enzo, those are the numbers of the cars that were in the Hartford Concorso parade, which was confirmed when the user posted these photos. Another forum member added,
I don't
"It's pretty
believe it.
obvious
I
that
wanna be
they
in power.
aren't
I don't
his,
believe
because
it.
it's a known
Nope,
fact
I don't
that there's
believe it.
only one yellow Enzo in seat."
Nope, I don't believe you. 50 got that type of car. You know what I'm saying? Put me in power.
Which was owned by a pretty well-known hedge fund manager.
Wow.
Well, someone else then officially confirmed. The Ferraris are unfortunately not 50 Cents. He invited my friend over to his house for this, and my friend let him use his cars for the episode, and they were filming some music videos that day as well. The Enzo F50 and 599 all belonged to one owner.
Wow.
When 50 Cent later filed for bankruptcy, he'd admit the cars were rented. He'd instead pay off debts by selling his mansion, therefore joining the likes of JoJo, who admitted to doing
JoJo.
MTV
Who
Cribs
this?
while she was actually homeless. JoJo showed MTV
So you swear to God. She was homeless? Nigga, she even look homeless. What the fuck? How the no shot. There's no shot.
to doing MTV Cribs while she was actually homeless. JoJo showed MTV through her Cape Cod vacation home, where she supposedly loved spending her summers. It was therefore a little weird that she'd invite her
Who the fuck are these
extended
people?
family, but she'd reveal the reason for this exactly
Why?
10 years
What happened?
later. JoJo was asked about the episode in a Huffington Post interview, to which she'd respond it was so ridiculous. The thing is, we didn't have a home at that point. My mum and I were living out of suitcases and were mostly in hotels. So that was actually my uncle's house on the Cape. That wasn't my house, that wasn't my stuff. I should have balled hard and been like, welcome to my crib, look at how luxurious it is, and I should have rented out a place. But no, I just used my uncle's crib. JoJo further clarified.
So we went to the Cape, which I've like never been to the Cape. I like never go to the
Yo.
Cape. And we said that that was my house.
Oh, that wasn't your house?
No, that was not my house. We brought in some like items that I had. It's all lies.
Should also answer the question,
Why even bother doing the episode then?
For the exposure. Oh, okay.
but no
That's smart.
episode was faker than the one by Robbie Williams. He showed
remember.
MTV his massive British castle, talking about the spots where he'd been snapped by paparazzi. He then shows his group of friends before making a joke,
I don't really know these people, but what I do is I actually phone Rent a Friend.
but apparently he'd also phoned Rent a Castle.
Rent a castle and rent a friend.
You see, the building was so big that people recognized it as the famous St. Catherine's Court, which was owned by someone else completely, Jane Seymour. She had no idea that Robbie ever went there, or that he'd hired a fake butler to help out
You're
with the
lying.
shoot. It wouldn't be until 17 years later that Robbie finally admitted,
That's
we
crazy.
didn't let Jane know that I was gonna pretend it was my house.
That's crazy.
Because I was like 23 and full of spunk, I didn't
Clemson
even
was good.
consider other people's thoughts or feelings. So I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to Jane Seymour, but it might not have even been Robbie Williams' fault. Because Redman explained in a DJ
Yo.
Vlad interview that MTV tried to get him to rent a house for Cribs,
They wanted me to rent a house. So I could
MTV
open the
was
big
doing
double
it?
Doors and shit like, yo, look at my shit, you know.
with MTV trying to choose
MTV was doing
the
that?
home themselves.
The first thing they said was, all right, we got a couple of houses picked out for you. And I was like, oh, okay.
Well, Redman simply refused,
And I said, you know what? No, I don't want to rent a house. I want y'all to come to my house.
accidentally making the show's most relatable episode.
Okay.
He brought MTV Cribs to his 2-bedroom apartment, where he ironed his shirts on the floor and flexed his frozen fish fillets.
Real nigga.
Redman's recording studio was just a messy bedroom, whilst the rest of his house was in such disarray, you could barely notice his cousin sleeping on the ground.
No.
He concludes the episode stating, next time y'all need to find me, just rub these 2 wires for the doorbell.
Don't worry about the screen too. You know, it's still
No,
good.
he real
The
nigga.
realest
He a real
episode
nigga.
of MTV
He a real nigga.
Cribs. Redman didn't fake it like other celebrities.
He a real nigga.
50 Cent.
I'm not gonna. He a real nigga. He a real nigga. On God he is. On God he's a real nigga. That was tough. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's crazy.